All right, so page. Let's make this work. All right. Questions on those graphing of those pages. Questions on any of the next couple pages. They're all graphing, I believe. Any questions on the graphing? Yeah.
11.
Number 11. Okay, so problem number 11. This one is given as
X over 6 minus y over 3.
Yeah, that's 10.
oh. Sorry about that. The official number 11. X over 6 minus y over 3 equals that one? All right, this one is set up to use the cover method. Even though things are fractions, we should still be able to do it. So I'm going to go 0, comma blank, and blank, comma 0. Does that make sense? All right, so this is an x value right here. So that means that becomes 0. So then I get, so I'm covering that up. Yes, I understand. You can see the through my hand with my hand. So I'm going to get negative y over 3 equals 1. So what does y have to equal? It has to equal negative 3. Does everyone see why? So if this is covered up, you have that negative that needs to come along. And then this is a y value, so that covers up. So then I get x over 6 equals 1. So what does x have to equal? 6. And then make my official looking graph. Nope. Don't pay attention to that because I'm making errors. So 0, negative 3 is down here. And then 6, comma 0 is here. That's 6. So that is an increasing function because the slope would be? Love it. What else we got? 18? Okay. 18. Down there, right? That's y plus 3 equals negative 1/2. Is that the right one? Okay. So this one is in point slope form. Please understand we're being lazy when we do this. That technically should be in parentheses. So the point we're going to deal with is going to be opposite of this. So that's 1 for the x. Opposite of this. So, okay. And then I know this is the slope. If I graph that, from there I'm going to go down 1, right 2. And that would be a decreasing equation because the slope's negative. Other question? I saw one there. Yeah.
It was just about
19. Did it go off your graph paper?
Yeah.
Y plus 5. That one? Cool. Again, so it's in point slope, so I'm going to have negative 5, negative 5. I don't know how big your graphs are, so am I doing that right? Is that the right one?
Yeah.
Okay. And the slope was positive 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the slope. So I'm going to go up 4, right one? Is that okay? Cool. And that's increasing because the slope is positive. Anything else from,
21.
2-1? Negative x plus 4y equals 8. That one? All right. Cover method's totally going to work on this one. So I get 0, comma blank, and blank, comma 0. So if I cover this up, because I'm plugging the 0 in, if I cover that up, I get 4y equals 8, so y equals 2. So 0, 2. And then that's a y value, so plug that in, that covers up, so I get negative x equals 8, so x has to equal negative 8. That's increasing. Anything else? Yeah. 15. This one's set up in standard form as well, even though we have a fraction, so I'm going to go 0, comma blank, blank, comma 0. This is an x value here, so I'll cover that up. So I get 1/3 y equals 2. So multiply this, so that's going to be a 3. So 0, comma 3. And then this is a y value, so I'm going to plug this up. So I get negative x equals 2, so x equals negative 2, because you'd have to multiply both sides by a negative. And that's also increasing because the slope is positive. All right. Make sure your name is on the top of that, and pass that one forward, please. So the Eddie story worth listening to? Is it worth coming back for?
I didn't draw the lines, but I misread it, so I just need dots.
You're good. I can totally read it.
Not running back and forth.
We do those in class.
My first one was 35 yards. Yeah, I'm like,
Okay, we have some notes for today. I think you should be able to handle it okay. Oh, I wanted to give you a heads up. So your test, your quizzes are indeed graded. Being that everything is a quiz that we give you, we don't hand them back because, unfortunately, some tutoring firms like to take those and then say, oh, yeah, Mr. Sure for this, and then they make copies of it. And so they use our work to profit them. So, but if you ever want to take a look at it, I mean, my thing is if you, so as of right now, there's 2 separate scores in the grade book. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to make it into one score. So it'll be out of 60 versus 30. So 30 and 30, so it'll be out of 60 because double 30. Right? Yeah.
So if you have something that's like
let's say 79.995. Would you round that up?
No,
Just like,
not at this point. Maybe at the end of the semester I might
no, I mean,
think you're a nice kid. But as of right now, no. I don't round now.
When you're making the two scores into one score.
No, I just this plus that. So if you had a 25 and a 26, then you get a 51 out of 60. Make sense?
Yeah.
That's how I plan to do it. All right. Writing equations of lines in all three forms. So we have point slope, slope intercept, and standard form. Use the slope formula. Identify missing coordinates in two given points. And then write an equation of a line for a graph. We ready? A little too much talking. What's going on? All right. Use the formula. We've already done this. Agreed? So we know that the slope formula is this. Each of these, you do go x1, y1, x2, y2, and then your slope. Plug them in. This one, same thing. x1, y1, x2, y2. Plug it in. Does anybody need to see both of those worked out? Does anyone want to see one of them worked out?
Is that the answer right there?
No, that's just the slope equation. That's how you'd use it. Anyone want to see it worked out? One of them? Go once? Twice? All right. It's too boring. All right, what information do we need to write the equation of line in slope-intercept form? Well, we need the y-intercept, which is 0, comma b. Why is it b? Well, slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b. And then we also need the slope. Agree? So we need the y-intercept, and we need the slope. And again, the y-intercept is 0, comma b. You plug it in. If you had this, I have the slope, and this is 0, comma b. So knowing that, you can just say, well, I know I'm going to use y equals mx plus b. I know what m is, and I know what b is. And there's your answer. What's special about number 4, though? Yeah, I got negative 8.5, so I don't really have a... You have to solve it. But what do you notice about the slope?
0. So then it's just 5.
Minus slope, or slope is 0. Horizontal line. So this is a horizontal line. Right? So think about this. Think about where the point negative 8.5 would be. Negative 8.5, if you put it on the xy axis, you would go to the left 8, and you would go up 5. Correct? So that horizontal line is just going straight through the 5. So your equation becomes y equals 5. There's nothing else that you need to put to it. Okay, does that make sense? Can I explain it one more time? So this is, think of it this way. You have this negative 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then up 5. So you have this point right here. If you were to make a horizontal line, the only line that's going to go through it that's horizontal has to be this. So that's why it's y equals 5. Where's the slope at? Well, it's 0x. What's 0 times x? 0. So what is y plus 0 plus 5, or y equals 0 plus 5? Y equals 5. Yay? All right. Now we start getting into all these fun terms that we've learned, kind of. I want to write this equation in slope-intercept form that is parallel to the given equation, y equals 3/5 x plus 7. What is my slope of number 5 right now as it sits? 3/5 is my slope. And does anyone know what a parallel slope to 3/5 would be? 3/5. Same thing. So parallel is also 3/5. Double lines next to each other, parallel. Make sense? Yeah. I don't know if it's the official math lingo of the world, but we'll go with it. And then, what do you know about this point right here? It's y-intercept. slope-intercept. So if I use y equals mx plus b, and I want the parallel slope, make sense? Ooh, now we want something different. So this has a y-intercept of 0, or a y-intercept of 29. So that means that this is the same as 0, 29. Agree?
Yeah.
My slope right there is 4. So what does my perpendicular slope have to be? Negative 1/4. Good. You flip over 4, which is 1/4, and you change the sign. Right? So then I can use y equals mx plus b. I want the perpendicular slope, not the parallel slope, so I have negative 1/4 x. And then my b value is plus 29. Looks just like that. Anything brand spanking new to y'all? Good. So I'll just teach you all prior knowledge all year, and you're like, dude, how do you? So I was at my meeting this morning with the Algebra 2 group, and like, hey, how do everyone's kids do? Like, between my two classes, the class average on the test was like 55 out of 60. They're like, oh, my average is like 46. I'm like, so I'm either that good of a teacher or you guys are that good of students. So I think you guys are that good of students. I suck as a teacher. No, I've said more things during my teaching career that have offended, made kids cry, made myself cry.
Who would you make cry other than Eddie? Oh.
Oh,
Was he just gonna say a bunch of names you're gonna know who they are?
yeah.
Any of the famous people that you said that you were their teacher?
Baron Vaughn, who's a comedian, you'll see him on Comedy Central a lot. He made me cry because of laughing so hard. Tears coming out, full on belly laugh where your abs hurt. You're like, oh man, I'm gonna throw up. I'm laughing too hard.
Is he a funny guy?
Oh, he's awesome.
What did he say to you?
Oh, well, he's just one of those guys where he starts reading who he's talking to, and he's able to build upon it more and more. I don't even remember what the conversation was, but oh my gosh, it was hilarious. Scariest moment in my life in teaching was when Sifa, who was a 6'8" or 6'9", almost 400-pound Samoan female. She beat up a kid named John Bradford in my class. And boy did she, and I stepped in front of her throwing, and I caught one right in the sternum. I'm like, oh. But Joe Sellers was our football coach. He was like, a guy had been coaching since, 1930s. I mean, he'd coached forever. So he was our disciplinarian. So he recruited Sifa to play football. And she was mean. And she was frightening because you would hear her screaming at the quarterback as she was, what she would be telling the quarterback, this is what I'm going to do to you. And you'd see the quarterback going. She was big. She had to have a special helmet. She beat up John. She beat him up good. That was good. All right, enough about me. What about you? I'm kidding.
We don't have 7.
What?
8.
What?
Yeah, we have 12 and 13.
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
know. It goes 6, 12.
Okay. Squeeze this in then. Squeeze this in someplace. So M is undefined. What kind of line is an undefined slope? Squeeze this in. It's not on your sheet. Huh? It's a vertical line, right? So it's going to be the same idea. So think about where -4, 8. It's right here. So if it's a vertical line, what's that vertical line going to do? Is that our vertical line that we'd use?
Yeah.
Okay. So vertical lines are always special. They're always x equals. They're not y equals. They're x equals. So x equals what?
Negative
Negative
4.
4. Done. I'm so sorry. Didn't have this on there? I don't know what I did. Making too many copies this morning, making fun of people.
Mr. Sturp, did I met Neo today? Like, did he remember you?
What's that?
If you like saw Neo today, would you like come up to me like, Mr. Sturp?
Oh, definitely. Googler, definitely.
Do you guys like ever talk? Like,
Just on Facebook, I'll get a message from him.
oh really?
Yeah.
Is there his number?
Maybe if he has listed on Facebook. Other than that, no. Kind of creepy.
Like,
You're
what
Facebook
is he?
friends with Neo?
You think he's just gonna be like text?
Schaefer's message too. Well, Neo has his own Facebook page. I'm friends with Schaefer Smith, who is Neo.
But you're not friends with Neo.
Why be the one that his publicist is doing?
Big fat?
All right,
Maybe I'm a friend.
here we go. So this problem number 8, I realize it's not on yours. If I wanted to solve this, write the equation on the line in slope-intercept form. So we want to eventually get these as y equals mx plus b. Is that okay? So I want to find the slope of this line. So I'm going to go 6 minus 12. 6 minus 12 and negative 2 minus 1. So I'm going to get negative 6 over negative 3, which will reduce to 2. Is that okay? Do I need to label x1, y1, x2, y2? Or does everyone feel comfortable? You've only seen it since 4th grade. All right. We good? Next step. I'm going to use point slope. Now here's the thing with point slope. I need to label one of my points x1, y1. So I'll call that one x1, y1. If I left it in point slope form, if I chose the other point, my answer is different than everyone else's. If you chose 1, 12 and I chose negative 2, 6, if I left it in point slope, everyone's answer is going to be a little bit different than mine. But it still yields to the same equation. Okay, so I'm going to extend that a smidge. So I'm going to go y minus 12 equals m x minus 1. I want to put it back in this form right here. I'm going to distribute here. Then I'm going to add 12 to both sides. So there's my equation in slope-intercept form. Can't figure out what the heck I did with my other pages. All right. Do you guys have this one? All right. Well, it's a good thing I'm recording it. And these notes, if you want to print them off, they'll be on Schoology. So, of course, yeah, I would just be sitting at home personally.
I mean, I'm making
Don't say that. All right. A car service charges $10 and then 12 cents per mile when driven. So, a car service is going to charge you $10 no matter what. What did I do? What did I say? Did I cuss again and I didn't know it? All right. A car service charges $10 and then 12 cents per mile driven. Everyone agree? So, here's my slope. So just for you to get and sit in the car and not for it to have it go anywhere, it's costing you $10. And then every mile they drive, they're going to charge you 12 cents, right? So X would be miles driven. Y would be total cost. You guys need a joke, and I don't know what it is. I feel bad. Did someone fall and I missed it? That's it. Thought we were cool. No more stories. All right. Last. Ready? I'm almost done. All right. So there's 4 more after this one.
Yeah, we also don't have this one.
I understand. So there's like a whole plethora of slides we never got.
Yeah.
Sorry. Catering company charges $22 per meal served with a charge to set up the buffet line. The buffet for 24 people costs $603. So this means that they're going to charge 22x plus a charge to set up the buffet line. So I don't know what this is. The buffet cost for 24 people costs $603. So write an equation representing the cost of the buffet. A buffet for 24 people costs $603. Write an equation representing the cost of the buffet. Well, in this case, we'd have to solve for question mark, so I guess this is our B value, right? Someone have a calculator, please? 22 times 24 is how much?
528.
528, thank you. Is that just a thrown out number sounded good, or is that actual?
75.
Are you really you're on point that good for us? Thank you. That's usually one of those that, at the end of the year, I get, you realize we were just saying numbers when you'd ask for the answer.
We had such a bad teacher.
Who'd you have?
Anderson, he speaks in a Yoda voice.
Really boring.
Well, I got better than that. You guys want my better voice?
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't speak any other voice.
What'd you first say?
That would be better than this.
I mean, we still face to
All right, Jorge chose to sit up here, so he gets this voice. Ready? See if you can guess who I am. All right, we're almost done. 5 minutes after pulling the plug, the swimming pool contained 50 gallons of water. 11 minutes after the plug was pulled, only 11 gallons remained. Write an equation to represent. So I had 50, 5 comma 50, and 11 comma 11. Do you know how to find the linear equation to this?
Yes.
Find the slope first. Use the point of slope. You know who my favorite band is Kiss.
Really?
Absolutely.
I thought it was ACDC.
I do like AC/DC.
You look like a rock fan.
I don't think
I can see like painting your face and going to Kiss.
Heck. So we're going to do page 25, 26, 27, which is 2C. 2C.